Let's now head over to KICC, that's the Kenyatta International Convention Center, where the Building Bridge in team is meeting various groups, including the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, female senators, as well as political parties.
So the meeting comes in the wake of a debate over the Punguza Mizigo bill, with ODM leaders criticizing the proposed law while asking Kenyans to wait for a report by the Building Bridges Initiative team. Our reporter Chemutai Goin has more details from the venue of that meeting. Chemutai, what are the proposals from different people to the BBI team?
Well, Trevor, you know, when the Building Bridges Task Force was formed after the March 9th handshake, they had a 9-point agenda: find solutions to issues relating to ethnic antagonism, lack of national ethos, inclusivity, devolution, divisive elections, security, corruption, shared prosperity, among others. But largely the presentations that have been made in the over 50 sittings that the Building Bridges Task Force has had within here, the KICC, and across the 47 counties, we've seen them going to different areas. Most of the proposals basically are leaning towards a referendum, the amendments to the constitution to try and deal with these particular issues, looking at the structure of government. There have been proposals to have a prime minister, just changing the general structure of the government. And when the Punguza Mizigo initiative being pushed by Dr. Ekuru Aukot seemingly went a step ahead, was even submitted its signatures, was approved by the IEBC, and already Dr. Aukot has been going around some of the county assemblies presenting his bill before a Kenyan went to court and stopped him in his tracks. We have seen that to some it looked like the Punguza Mizigo initiative was taking the shine from the Building Bridges initiative, which was being fronted by President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and it seemed like there was need to sort of raise questions and try to stop it. So we're waiting to see today, marking the beginning of the Building Bridges sittings have basically reached home stretch, and we know that they were expected to present their report in October. Now we know that they intend to submit it by early September, which is still within the timelines that they had put in place to ensure that report is out. And we're waiting to see what those suggestions will be, because most of the institutions and even individuals that have appeared here before the Building Bridges initiative have been pushing for a review of the constitution, a review of some sections of the constitution, to ensure that there is that bit of inclusivity, just to ensure the structure of government as it stands at the moment, say, does not include the over 40 tribes in the country, and even just trying to look at sharing of positions, that even an individual that has lost an election or come as a second runner-up, or even just the runner-up, needs to be accommodated in government, that this will ensure this will deal with this issue of not just divisive elections, but even the post-election conflict and some of the protests that we have seen hitting the streets after the election results are brought out. We're waiting to see today. The presentations will be by the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, the Commission on Revenue Allocation, the Kenya Women Senators, the Political Parties Liaison Committee, and later in the afternoon, former Nyeri Senator Mutahi Kagwe will also be presenting his proposals to the Building Bridges initiative as the sittings reach home stretch. Beginning today until Thursday, there will be aggressive sittings as they continue just gathering views from members of the public from various institutions on how some of the issues affecting the country can be tackled. We will be covering this today just to hear what are these proposals. We've seen a lot really of the proposals that have been brought here have been leaning towards issues of elections, and also even corruption, but mostly issues of elections and just how the structure of government will be held. And we've seen really a lot of opposition of the Punguza Mizigo initiative, not just from former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who poured cold water on it. We've also seen ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna also coming out to give proposals that they felt as ODM, the Punguza Mizigo initiative had failed. While it made very good suggestions on certain issues, it failed to provide how these matters will be sorted out. You also saw Ford Kenya, led by Moses Wetangula, also opposing this, and we've seen a host of other leaders just coming out to say maybe we should wait to see what the BBI is coming up with, because they have gone around the country. They've been able to go through all the 47 counties, gather views from different individuals, and possibly this would be a more national approach to looking at the referendum debate, as opposed to many just saying maybe Dr. Aukot was just trying to build his profile. It's just perceptions that are out there. We will be covering this session for you, and also just looking at the final submissions by the final report by the Building Bridges Task Force on what specific issues they will have outlined, and possibly if this will lead to a referendum, how will it be received in the county assemblies. Already we know that some political parties are telling the county assemblies that are their strongholds to reject the proposals of the Punguza Mizigo initiative when it comes. Well, these are issues that maybe we shouldn't put the cart before the horse, but possibly just wait until the BBI task force comes up with its final report, look at what its suggestions will be. And we've seen that the ODM leader has said that he, together with President Uhuru Kenyatta, will go around the country and market that report of the BBI, just sell it to the members of the public, so that if it goes through a referendum, it will receive the maximum support that it will need. So Trevor, really here already members of the task force led by Chairman Yusuf Haji, the Deputy Adam Zolo, Paul Mwangi, we've seen all of them have already come in. The session was expected to begin at 9 o'clock. Then it should be beginning in the next 2 minutes or so. We will be bringing you coverage of the presentations by the various institutions and individuals that will appear before this task force. Trevor?
Thanks, Chemutai. Chemutai going there with a very comprehensive update of what's happening at the BBI.
Do you have any questions for her? She's already answered the questions I had for her.
Everything.
Yes. Thank you so much, Chemutai.
Thank you for that update, Chemutai.